Hello and welcome to my channel. Say hi to a happy day. In this channel, I would like to share tales and stories I personally picked and or my kids' favorite stories. Let's enjoy listening while I read to you the story of the Paradise City. There was once a king who ruled over a vast and prosperous land. Not only was he wealthy beyond compare, but he had a beautiful wife, two noble sons, and a glorious palace with courtyards and gardens that were the finest in the Arab world. But the king was not satisfied. He was sure he could have something better. He questioned scholars and wise men. He pored over manuscripts and books. He asked every visitor who passed through his city if they had seen a better kingdom than this. No, my lord, they invariably replied. We have seen nothing compared to this. Then one day, the king came across a huge, dusty book lying hidden in the corner of the library. He opened the book and began to read. He read about a place called Paradise. Nowhere was more beautiful than Paradise. It was more beautiful than anything on earth, and it was where the good people went after death. The more he read, the more he tried to picture what paradise looks like. Surely, the palaces in paradise would be built from silver and gold with diamond-studded courtyards. The gardens would be running with cool streams, shaded by rare trees, and nodding with sweet-smelling flowers. Surely nowhere on earth would be happier and more tranquil. He was determined he would build such a place. He would create paradise on earth. The king summoned his courtiers and noblemen, his architects and craftsmen, and ordered them to build him a city full of shimmering palaces and glorious courtyards. There must be palaces of light and air and water and marble, wood, gold, and silver, embedded with the finest metals and jewels. Towers and pinnacles should pierce the clouds. City walls should be glittered with precious stones that could be seen from horizon to horizon. There must be gardens so perfumed that songbirds would fly in from every corner of the globe and never wish to leave. But sire, protested the chief architect, you already have the finest city of palaces and gardens in all the world. How can we build anything better? The king roared. Go and do as I have decreed. So the builders and craftsmen, architects and laborers searched to the ends of the earth to find the most precious materials the world could offer. Bit by bit, palaces went up, 100 of them, one of each of the king's nobles. They had pillars of ruby and opal, and floors inlaid with amber and amethyst. The rooms shimmered with sapphire, topaz, tourmaline, and emerald. The years went by, and still the building continued. The gardens were laid out, fountains spouting perfume, streams running with diamonds, and trees, shrubs, and flowers of such rare beauty that the songbirds sang like angels. So involved was the king with building paradise, he hardly noticed when his wife died and his sons went away to seek their fortunes, and his friends and advisors gradually withered away. When at last the city was complete, the king, now old, decreed there should be a magnificent opening ceremony. He would go in procession to see his creation. With his armies, servants, and courtiers, he rode to the golden gates of his glamorous city. "Look!" he cried, his voice booming among the lonely towers. "Isn't this the most magnificent palace to be found anywhere on earth or in heaven?" The empty rooms echoed with his pride and arrogance. "Have I not built paradise myself?" Barely had the words escaped his lips than the sky darkened. A dreadful sound rumbled below them, and the walls began to shake. The horses neighed, and the people trembled. "Look!" cried a voice shaking with fear. Everyone stared in horror as the ground cracked and opened beneath their feet. The paradise gardens, the wonderful palaces, the towers of the jeweled city, all the people and animals, everything began to sink into the earth. "My dream," wept the greedy king as he too was swallowed up. Nothing remained, not one shrub or songbird or bubbling stream, not one or glittering jewel or marble stone. Nothing was left of the paradise city but the desert sands shifting over the traces and the wind moaning over the dunes. The end. I hope you enjoy listening with story of the Paradise City. Please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to listen for more of our favorite stories. See you soon!